Welcome back to another chilling episode of True Crime. Today I'm diving deep into the sinister world of the Midnight Murderer. Strap in because this tale will send shivers down your spine. It was a quiet night in the sleepy town of Everwood. The kind of night where everyone is tucked safely in their beds, except for one. Around midnight, the peace was shattered by the piercing scream of a woman echoing through the deserted streets. Her name was Emily Jacobs, a local schoolteacher with no known enemies. Emily was found in her modest home, the scene painted in shades of horror. The brutality of the attack left the small community in shock, and the police with more questions than answers. No signs of forced entry, no fingerprints and no witnesses. It was as if the killer had vanished into thin air. Months passed, and with no leads, the town started to breathe again. But this was just the calm before the storm. Almost a year to the day of Emily's murder, the Midnight Murderer struck again. This time, the victim was James Miller, a local mechanic. Same method, same lack of evidence. The fear gripped Everwood tighter with each passing day. The town was convinced that the murderer was one of their own. The police, under immense pressure, brought in every expert they could find. But every path led to a dead end. Enter Detective Sarah Collins, a seasoned investigator with an impeccable track record. She was determined to crack the case. Sarah immersed herself in the lives of Emily and James, searching for any connection. What she found was a sliver of hope. Both victims had recently visited an old, abandoned house on the outskirts of town, a place with a dark history of its own. Sarah decided to explore the house, and what she discovered was beyond chilling. Hidden in the basement was a room filled with photos of the victims and a diary detailing their every move. The diary belonged to Samuel Larson, a former resident who vanished years ago. Samuel had a troubled past and was believed to have died in a fire that consumed his home. But the evidence suggested otherwise. Samuel was alive and he had been living in the shadows, watching, waiting. With this revelation, the police launched a massive manhunt. Samuel was eventually found hiding in a remote cabin, his mind twisted by years of isolation and obsession. He confessed to the murders, driven by a delusion that the victims had wronged him in some way. The Midnight Murderer was finally brought to justice, but the scars left on Everwood would never truly heal. This case serves as a haunting reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface, even in the most unsuspecting places. Thanks for watching, and if you want more gripping true crime stories, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Until next time, stay safe. Gordy goes.